Hey y'all, my name's Megan. Welcome to my channel, The Gem Stitchery. Today I'm going to share with you how to pack a stitchy advent calendar. My mom, my sister, and I are all stitchers and we're all quilters, and around this time last year I got the idea to do an advent calendar swap with them. So the three of us got together, we decided on a price range, we decided on whether we wanted our boxes to be strictly stitching related or if we wanted it to be stitching and quilting related. And then we got to work throughout the year. So I'm going to share with you what I packed in my stitching advent calendar for my sister. She wanted just stitching materials, no quilting materials. So that's what you're going to see. After I show you what I've put in there, we'll do a price breakdown. And then at the end of the video, I'll do some like tips and tricks and things I've learned along the way in case you would like to make a stitching advent calendar for a friend or a relative or a stranger. Okay, so the way I've structured my box is we've decided to do all 25 days of December leading up to Christmas, including Christmas itself. So I have started my gifts with kind of the least like exciting, most boring thing, and then as we go lead up to Christmas, they get more and more exciting until Christmas is like the big gift. So for day one, I have this little container. I'm not actually sure what it is. I got it from the Dollar Tree back when it was still a Dollar Tree. So this is $1. And I bought one for myself actually, and it's sections. So it sections to your table, and then you can just put your orts right inside, and they're all nice and contained, and then you just scoop them out and throw them away. So I thought that was very practical. Day two is actually not stitching related, but 2 years ago, I wanted to make stitching advent calendars for my mom and my sister. And I bought these and then never got around to finishing the advent calendars. So I'm just actually gonna throw it into my sister's calendar this year. So it's kind of a two-part gift. So the first part are these cute bookmarks from Missouri Star Quilt Company. And then this is just a fun little crafty thing if she doesn't feel like stitching or quilting or she doesn't have the time. It's a sticker by number and it makes a quilt block. I thought that'd be cute to maybe frame in her sewing room if she wanted to. So that was day two. So the bookmarks and the quilt sticker pack was $3 total. And then the little ore container was $1. Day three is this Mardi Gras ribbon. I got this from Hobby Lobby. If you're new here, I'm from New Orleans. My mom and sister still live in the area, and we all celebrate for Mardi Gras. We all do Mardi Gras stitching and decorate for Mardi Gras, so I figured this would be cute for finishing. Day four, I purchased some, I'm not sure how much you can see that, but I purchased some honeycomb golden ribbon from the Dollar Tree. So this was $1. The Mardi Gras ribbon was also $1. Day five, I purchased these little mini ornaments last year. I thought they'd be super cute for finishing. So obviously they have the snowflakes on one side. The back is just plain white, so she could totally use this, just flip them around and use the back, and it could be for any season, any holiday. That was $1.35. And then day six are these mini ornaments. These are also $1.35. I really like the rustic feel of these, and I know you can't feel them, but they're really, really smooth. They're just nice to touch. And then at the bottom, they're not terribly Christmas specific, so she could use them for winter as well. Day seven, these cute teeny tiny scissors. I bought these very early in the year, and I bought some for myself. I think I bought possibly 2 pairs for myself. I already had a pair and I just love them. They come in neon green, neon pink, and neon yellow. And it comes with this cute little cap to protect the tip of your scissors, and it's just attached to the scissors already, so you don't ever lose it. But yeah, so when I purchased these, they were only $2.51. They were in like a little knitting section of my local quilt shop, and I went back there 2 weeks ago to get some more because I actually gave away one of mine in a swap I was in, and they were $6. They were $2.51 earlier this year, so I decided that I did not need those scissors and didn't get any. So these are going to my sister for day 7. Okay, day 8. No, needles are a big thing. I feel like a lot of needle companies are either going out of business or they're not making their needles anymore. My LNS sells these, and the owner kind of suggests them to me, and I was like, sure. I'm not, specific to a certain needle. I don't stitch with only a certain needle. As long as it's a needle, it works for me. So these are 28, size 28 per min needles. These were $6, and I believe there's 25 in a pack. Yeah, 25 in a pack. So I really like them, and these will come back into play later on at the end. Okay, day number 9 is a finishing piece. So this was from Stash. One side says Truly Blessed. It's like a little mini cutting board, and the other side is blank. I purchased a couple of these. This was, from Stash, I just said that, so it doesn't count towards the cost. It had a little twine ribbon here, but that broke yesterday, so she could thread any kind of ribbon or string she wants there just to match the seasonal piece that she's got on there. Either side works. Really cute, from Stash. So free. Okay, day number 10. She wants to try some RFL Arafloss. She's never tried it before. So I have some of that for her Stitchy Advent Calendar. I purchased this pretty variegated blue color. This was a little pricey, so this was $4.58. Day 11, I bought these Fiskars folding scissors. My mom had some. I'm not sure if they were Fiskars brand or not. They were all silver. They didn't have the orange on them. When I was growing up, I remember them. They folded away. I would play with them all the time. And I know Fiskars is a great brand because I quilt and I use Fiskars rotary blades for cutting fabric. So got these on sale from Hobby Lobby. So these were $3.50. Not bad. Okay, day 12 was another finishing piece. This one also came from Stash, and I believe it came from Hobby Lobby, I think. Yeah. And it has this little screw at the top, so she could easily thread a ribbon through there or some greenery. So a nice small size. Day 13 is another RFL. This one's not variegated. It's like a smoky charcoal gray color. That one was $4.58, just like the last one. Day 14, this one's from Stash. My mom, my sister, and I all like Teresa Kogut, so I stitched Primitive Santa a while ago. So I thought I would pass the Stash. Day 15, this is also from Stash. This is Bottle Brush Tree Farm by Hands On Design. She is one of my favorite designers, and my mom and my sister both collect bottle brush trees, so I thought this would be super cute. Day 16 is this little mini triangle pouch that I made. I made a couple of these earlier in the year for different swaps I was in, and my sister really strongly hinted that she would like one in her advent calendar or for her birthday or Christmas, so I'm gonna throw it in there. I attached this little clasp at the top. She can just clip it on to a bag, a diaper bag, a purse, even a stitching bag. It doesn't quite hold a credit card. It does if you kind of force it in there. It would be great for cash, chapstick, a little hand sanitizer. If she sticks it on a baby bag or a diaper bag, it could be for pacifiers, lotion. If she stuck it on a stitchy bag, she could throw in those little pink scissors or those Fisker scissors. Maybe some lotion for dry hands and a pack of needles, and she'd be good to go. So since all that was from Stash, I don't have to buy anything for that. That does not go towards the cost of the budget. Day 17. Okay, this was also from Stash. So this is some fabric I got from on clearance from Hobby Lobby a while ago this year. They were clearancing out a bunch of stuff. At least the Hobby Lobby is in my area, and there was a ton of cross stitch fabric on sale. So I bought a lot. I like to dye fabric, so I dyed this. It's 28 count cashel linen, and it's just a nice gray color, nice neutral. Okay, day 18 is this little spring key fob I made. I just took some spring ribbons that I had, folded them up, hooked them in the little clasp, and then threw a toggle on the top, and there you go. This would be super cute, connected to a stitchy bag, and just whip it open real quick. Day 19. I don't believe she specifically asked for this, but my sister's a big gardener, and I saw this and I immediately thought of her. So that's why it's in there. It's the Blue Flower Harvest Magic. And you can see the little canning jars in there, and the vines, the tomatoes, the basket. I love it. This is one I might actually have to buy for myself to add to my stash. Or maybe she'll just pass it right back to me when she's done. Day 20 is another fabric I dyed. This one is 32 count Belfast linen. I'm not sure how accurately that's coming across on the screen. At least here it looks extremely gray and slightly green. But it's definitely like a slightly muted forest green color. Very pretty. Not a neutral, which is what we tend to stitch with, but I don't know, I thought it might be nice to add to stash. Okay, day 21, I think she asked for this one, or she just told me she liked the Blue Flower as a designer. But either way, this one is one I will definitely for sure be purchasing because I love it. It's called Wildflowers by the Blue Flower. And it's got those gorgeous flowers on the border, the bees at the bottom, and the little saying in the middle says, "Buttercups have honeyed hearts, bees they love the clover, but I love the daisies dance all the meadow over." And for some reason I'm always looking for like spring stitching, and I thought this would be perfect for springtime. Okay, day 22 is Oh Christmas Tree by All Through the Night. This one I just finished stitching like 3 days ago. So this is a past the stash. So it does not get included in the budget. And I've seen this one where people will stitch the different little motifs, like the ornaments in red and then the star in gold. I chose to stitch it all in green like the cover photo. My sister also hinted that she wanted that one. So there you go. She said she was interested in trying some other fabric designers. So day 23 is Picture This Plus Wren, 32 count. It's definitely like a golden tan color. That was 6/17. Day 24 is Nocturne, which is a 28 count. Picture This Plus. And then day 25 is kind of like the big one. So we've decided how we're going to kind of structure our gifts in the advent calendar. And like I said earlier, I chose to kind of lead up to the big one. So this one's got a couple of different gifts included. The first is this little needle book. I made. And my sister's a cat lover, and she, well, she did have a gray cat. Her gray cat was named Rex. He just passed away in the past couple weeks, but he was a character, and this reminded me of him. So this is the front. This is the back. And then I just used little hook and eye clasps right here, tied some ribbon to it. And then inside is some wool felt for her needles. And then the cute little flowers and the mice in there. So there's a couple things I added here. So first of all, the colors here, I did a red and pink. It called for purple, but I just didn't really feel like purple was my sister's color. So I added the red. Down here at the bottom in the green grass, they have some little pink symbols, 5 little pink symbols. And when I was looking at the cover photo, I couldn't really tell what they were. And when I was stitching it, I couldn't really tell from the chart what it was. I thought they were just little symbols. And I thought this first one, they made a mistake. They meant to make it an X, but one of the little dots was off. So I moved the dot and stitched it as an X, and then kept going, and then did the back. And it wasn't until I was like 2 letters into the back that I realized it's supposed to say kitty. So if you look closely, you can kind of see the I, T, T, and this was supposed to be Y. And then same thing on the back, but I really messed up the one on the back. So now it's just a pink design in the grass, like I thought it was. And then this cat butt, totally symmetrical design, same lines on either side, mirror image. And it's just 2 colors. And I have no idea why, but I had to frog the cat butt 4 times. And every single time I did it, I texted my mom and I said, if this wasn't for a gift, I would pitch it. I would not be restarting it. I don't know what the issue is. I make working copy and I mark off as I go. I had my chart marked off. It got so bad that I actually had to make a new working copy and get a new pen and completely start over. But it's finished and it's adorable, and Mandy, I hope you like it, because sweat and curse words went into this thing. A lot of curse words. So that is part 1 of day 25. Part 2, I actually got this super cute Thanksgiving themed mini project pouch in my swap, and then so I decided to make my sister this one. So it perfectly fits. I actually, in the one that I received, put my Oh Christmas Tree pattern I was working on in there with my fabric floss, scissors, and it's the perfect size for those like 5x7-ish patterns, as long as you're not really using a large hoop or a Q-snap. It fits great in there. So I made this. This all came from Stash, the vinyl, the zipper, all of it. So this does not get included in the price. Oh, I should say, for the price for this needle book, I purchased the pattern, so the cost of this is $9.60. And then the last thing I'm going to include on day 25, I only have 2 here. I have a couple more written, but these are just recipe cards. I got these from Hobby Lobby. I'm just including recipes that my family likes and enjoys, that we've made over and over, that my kids eat, because I know I get in a slump, and I know other people get in a slump where it just feels like you're fixing the same thing over and over and over and over. And it's nice to just have new meals, even if it doesn't work out as something you tried. And if it does work out, then you have something else to throw into the mix. So I'm going to make a handful of these, throw these in her project bag with her needle book, and that'll be day 25. And the last thing, which I'm super duper duper excited about, is some fancy floss. Sorry for the crinkle. So in her advent box, I am including 25 color and cotton flosses. And they are beautiful. And I feel like I hit the jackpot because back in the summer, before Color and Cotton opened up their brick and mortar, and before they moved, they were trying to get rid of all their inventory, or like their overstock or their misdyed. So they sold a whole bunch of floss for $1 skein. And I was lucky enough to grab a 50 pack. So I kept 25, put them in my collection. And I'm going to give my sister 25 and give her one a day for all 25 days. So that is awesome, and I think she's really gonna like it. She's not the biggest fan of choosing her own colors as I am. I'm a quilter, and one of my favorite parts of quilting is just doing the fabric pull, pulling all the fabrics for the design. So the same goes for stitching for me. I love to pull my own fabric, and I love to pull my own floss. I don't even look at the floss that's called for. I just look at the picture and try to pull something from my stash that generally matches the color theme, if that's what I'm going for. So I'm hoping that with all these new flosses, a couple patterns in there that are very forgiving, especially the one with all the flowers, because who cares if the flowers are red or pink or purple. Maybe she'll branch out and try something new, try pulling some of her own floss. Okay, and then the last thing I got, nothing really for gift wise, but I bought some cute little packaging from Hobby Lobby. So I got 2 different brown craft paper bags. I got some stickers, some shiny gold stickers, and then I got some mini Christmas bows to put on there because, yes, the most exciting part is what's inside the package, but just like they say, you eat with your eyes first. I think part of the enjoyment of opening up all these tiny little gifts throughout December is how they're packaged and just seeing how neat and tidy and beautiful they all are. So I'm gonna wrap them all tonight because I'm mailing this off tomorrow so that she can get it in time for December 1st. Today is Tuesday, November 21st. So I've got like 9 days to get it to her. So we should be good. Okay, if you're just here to see what was in the advent calendar, oh, I forgot to tell you my grand total. So the grand total for everything, including the Color and Cotton at $25, was $94.79, which is within budget because we've decided that we would budget anywhere between $75 to $100 for the advent calendar. So, okay, if you're just here to see what was in my sister's stitchy advent calendar, then go ahead and feel free to move on to the next video. I'm going to share just a couple of tips and tricks and suggestions that I've kind of gathered and learned over the year, just in case you want to do a stitchy advent calendar for a friend or a family member or a stranger if somebody decides to host a swap. Okay, so tip number 1 is a very detailed questionnaire, kind of like get to know your giftee sort of thing. So even though my mom and my sister and I know each other pretty well, we still don't know like real specifics and real exacts on each other's taste. So like I said earlier, we're both quilters, or we're all quilters, we're all stitchers. So the first thing we asked is, do you want this to be just quilting related, just stitching related, or a combo? We also asked questions like, do you want this just to be for Christmas or to be for all the seasons, all the holidays throughout the year? Because if it's just for Christmas, we're all seasonal stitchers. Once you open it all, it's just kind of over and done and you're not really going to use any of it, at least the patterns, until the following November. And so we all decided anything throughout the year is good. You also want to know your giftees' favorite designers, least favorite designers, favorite style, favorite season to stitch for. Maybe there's a season or a holiday that they're looking to kind of beef up their collection of patterns for. Floss dyers they enjoy, fabric dyers they enjoy, maybe floss and fabric dyers they're hoping to try out, like the Bill R floss for my sister. We talked about stitching notions, ones you would like to receive, ones you definitely don't want to receive because you just want to use them. If you are open to handmade gifts, like stitchy gifts, if you are open to finishing items in your box, if this was part of a really big swap between quite a few members, you might want to dig deeper into the stash aspect. So like if you named your favorite designer, like Kathy from Handsome Design is one of my favorite designers, you might want to have your participants list either all the patterns they have or the patterns they don't have, whichever list is shorter. Okay, so that's tip number one. Tip number two, buy throughout the year. So you're not waiting all to the end and you don't feel rushed. And then I can't feel if people are rushed at the end, maybe the gifts aren't as high of a quality or they're not as well thought out as they would be if you'd purchased from January through November. So that's tip number two. Tip number three, shop the sales, shop clearance, shop daily deals. Different stores and sites will do like a 24-hour deal. Shop those. I am not sure I bought anything specifically for this advent calendar that wasn't on sale or on clearance. I don't think. Well, I guess the tiny little pink scissors weren't on sale at $2.51, and then the needles weren't on sale at $6. But I think everything else was. Tip number 4 would be pull from your stash. Not like stuff you don't like because it's outdated or not really your taste anymore. Pull from stash of charts you've stitched that you think your giftee might like, or maybe you have 2 yards of this fabric, just cut off a little piece and give that to your recipient. And then the last one is use your talents. So like I said, I quilt. I made a little zipper pouch key fob thing. I made the project bag. If you're a quilter, maybe you could make little quilted coasters for your recipient, for her to put her coffee on or her drink on while she's stitching. You can make bags. If you are really good at finishing, maybe you could finish like a little hoop for them, a pre-made hoop, like where you wrap the ribbon around. Or maybe you're really good with making cording. Maybe you can make cording in just like pretty general colors like red. Red could work for a lot of seasons, a lot of holidays, or blue. Or maybe you give them cording that's red, white, and blue, and then they can use it for 4th of July or winter or Valentine's Day or Christmas. Just lots of options. So there's tons of things you can make for your recipient that you may not consider initially. So that's it. That's all I've got. Thank you for joining me for this Fill Your Stitching Advent Calendar episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some tips and tricks. If you have any ideas for things to include in a stitching advent calendar, leave them in the comments, because I'd love to hear and other people can use it as a resource as well. So until next time, guys, bye.